Hey guys, it's Scott again with another quick how-to video. Today I'm dealing with my 94 Honda GL1500 Goldwing, and we're going to change the spark plugs on it. This should be the same for all GL1500s. We're very close. So we have 3 spark plugs on each side for a total of 6. So they're under here, okay? Thing about Goldwings, changing spark plugs will be the easy part. It's just taking all the body work off that's a pain. They look nice, but that's what stinks about them. So we're taking the covers off. See how they just have little nubs, and I'm doing this with one hand because unfortunately that's how I do all my videos. You can see they have like little tabs, and then this one, and that just slides in there and pops out. You should hopefully already know how to do that. Next, most of you will have one of these, or it might be missing. This one I believe has been glued on, so it just goes over a screw that we have to get to. So I hope I don't have to break it, but let's see here. See if we can just pop it off. I'm trying to be very careful with it. Yeah, it's definitely been glued. I can see where it's a little broken. Put that aside. And then we have a screw here. Mine's covered with glue. So I was able to get some of that glue off. And you see there's a Phillips screw right here. This is just to get this one piece of body work off. Got that out. And that just kind of should pull out like that. And then slide out. I might even keep that off because I can put my feet on here on my on the what do you call it, the pad spreader. We'll see, because it's missing on the other side anyway. And we take this little thing out. It just kind of pulls out. See how it just kind of pulls out from there. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is we got to pop these little things off, because they're going to expose some screws. You see? And this one. Get that one in there. Okay. Put that there. I don't know why this thing isn't pausing for me. Trying to make it as short as possible for you. And then we just have the 3 Phillips here. Just loosen these up. Mainly what we're trying to do is get this panel off. See, a lot of this, the reason I'm showing you this is more for the body work, because people have a tendency to break things because it's such a pain the way this puzzles together. Now this, some of you may have a light in here. Mine does not. See, I guess I could add one if I wanted to, but you would just undo the light socket. And then this piece loosens up now. Now let's get down and look at the bottom. Now this is also where it can get a little tricky because it puzzles together here. You could take this off. I'm not going to, but This piece is supposed to slip out, but you'll see there's a nub here. Mine already came out. And then this piece also has those little nubs that, in fact, I might want to pop that off. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. What a pain. It's probably going to be a pain to put back on. Sorry about the one hand with the holding the tape, but that's just how I do it. If you can do a better video, then go make your own. Try to keep the painted surface off the concrete. And there's your 3 plugs. I'm going to run a little vacuum in there because there's a lot of leaves and debris that I don't want to fall inside those spark plug holes. So you could use a blower as well. I just used that. And so with these boots, you're supposed to just wiggle them. We saw it come out. And on this, it's a 18mm socket. Before I start taking that off, I kind of wanted to show you this piece that comes off. If you see in the back, you see how it has the nubs there? You might be able to pull that straight down, but it also has these clips as well that go into that. So you just have to play with it a little bit, you know. Just kind of wanted to show you how that come apart. So we got the 18mm in here. Okay, and you can use a spark plug socket with the rubber inside of it, but I just have a regular deep socket 18mm. But just be careful that you don't break the ceramic on it. And just when you put the new one in, you want to also make sure it just goes in, you know, twist in hand tight until you get to the bottom of it to twist it, tighten it. That one doesn't look too bad. I did the other side, they looked a lot worse. And the new ones I bought, I noticed were already pre-gapped at what I needed them to be. And you'll see they're supposed, on this, they're supposed to be gapped at, what is it, 0.031 to 0.035. And that's right about where it stops on here. So I don't even have to do anything to them. I'm just stuffing it out. Like I said, you could use a pressurized blower, but I just don't want anything crap to fall in there if there is any. And I'm just kind of dropping this down in there. And I'm going to take my socket by hand, just start turning it nicely. Make sure it's going in nice and freely until you get to where it stops, and then we're going to tighten it. Takes a little bit. Okay, starting to feel like it's tight. Snug it, not too hard. It's pretty tight where you, yeah, nice like that. And just take this. Just kind of push it down. You kind of hear it go onto the top of the spark plug. Alright, now we move on to the next one. I took that boot off. Get that enough to where it broke loose. Come on. Start twirling it all. I don't really know if I need to show you this. You kind of got the point now. This one might be a little tricky because it's hidden just a little bit. Sometimes you can use a pair of needle nose pliers. Just kind of wiggle it off. Not on the spark plug, but on the boot. Well, I guess you could do the old spark plug. Okay. Same thing, drop it in. Make sure it's going in nice. If it starts going in weird or tight, take it back out because you're probably stripping the threads and you're going to have a lot more problems. I don't know how much somebody would charge you to do this. It's hard to even find people to work on the old motorcycles anymore. I've been doing a lot to this one. I just got it a couple months ago. Snug it up. Take the boot. Aired it. Went on nice and tight. All right, we got to get to this one. I gotta see. Huh, I can get to it. Okay, that ain't too bad. Let's see if we can get a wrench in there now. There we go. Okay, this plastic just moved a little bit for me. That's good. I'll take that off. Got that one out again. Just drop it in over the hole nicely. Just don't rush your saw. See, I would do the whole thing with this, but I'm holding the camera with the other hand. You get the idea, I think. There. I don't really know if there's a torque on this. I'm just getting to it where it feels right. Okay. So if I can do it one hand, I think you can do this both. Okay. And now that I got them all back on, it might not be a bad idea to start it up before you put all that body work back on. Make sure it's good. Sounds much better. I had a surge before. It was going up to a little above 1,000 and would come back down when it was idling. I was hoping that would solve the problem. I didn't know if it was carburetor or related. Sounds pretty good. All right, now time to put it back together. So when I'm putting this back together, just make sure there's a nub here and here that want to fit into this, and you just want to make sure it fits nicely up into these 3 holes too. And then this should go in there over top and just push down on there, okay? So I probably could have took that piece off first, maybe. As you can see, I'm just lining up the screws. Got that one in. Just tighten them back down. So I tightened up those screws. I'm not putting the plastic back on here until I make sure this fits together good. It looks like it did right here. That just pushed right in. And now I gotta go look at the other side. Okay, so I got that one in. Now if you want to, there is 3 screws, 1, 2, and on the other side for this piece, and that would come out, and that's how you change your oil filter. You could do that and then put it back on and go up underneath these nubs, but the plastic's bendable enough to where, look at this, somebody broke this piece. That wasn't me, but before. So it's been off before. Okay, so now I'm just going to tighten up the screws. All right, everything fit back together nicely, so you'll see that this just kind of slides up in there. Sorry, you probably didn't see me do that. And then this piece, it has a, what am I doing here? See this little tab right there on the end? Kind of goes in this hole and just kind of fits over that. Okay, and then we got to tighten that in. I decided just to put it back on. It looks nicer. Just tighten this screw. Now you can, I've seen them, you can buy it on eBay, these. And make sure that the metal clips behind these are there so that you have something to screw them into. But I've seen these on eBay, like chrome or black, and they just kind of, is it that way? Just kind of fit in there, and they're just supposed to kind of push over the thing, but I see why that one was glued, because it just doesn't snap on. And then that piece just pushed in, and this one should do the same. You just kind of push it that way, and a lot of it just snaps in place. Okay, now you're gonna put this cover over. You see the little tabs where they go? See, there's one there and down there. They just kind of fit in there. And pushes there. Okay. Same thing, line up those tabs with the ones on here. Now this, you might have to push under the seat a little bit. There we go. All right, so that's it, folks. All back together, good to go. Hope it helped, and hope you have a good rest of the day. Thanks.